last night. Thank you.
Nevertheless, so.
And you were at the Emmys last night.
I was. It's so much fun. I was down on the red carpet, and of course we'll have the full coverage coming up tonight at 7:30 on Inside Edition. But it's really interesting to be on the red carpet, and one of these days I'll actually get the boss to let me do the story that I want, which is what you don't see on TV. What you see is
we want to see.
Yes.
That's what you want to see, right?
Definitely.
We do the interviews with the stars, and I have to tell you, America Ferrera, who really is the sweetheart of television right now, was such a lady. I said to her, I said, you know, I heard Vanessa Williams say something wonderful this summer about you. She said, you represent everything that's right about young Hollywood. Because we do all the stories about the girls who are doing it wrong. Right. And she was so humble, and she said, wow, she really said that? She's so amazing. And then she just gushes about Vanessa. She's the real deal. And, you know, it's wonderful to see the star who is genuinely sincere and hardworking and caring, as opposed to the ones that and grateful,
and she won, which is exciting.
Yes, we're all have, you know, because we don't know who's going to win, so we have to talk to everybody when they come by, and they're like, oh, we didn't get so and so. You don't wish them ill, but you sort of hope they don't win because you don't have a soundbite with them.
Right, exactly.
But you get them later when they come back to the one-on-one room.
Now, you are a pro. Do you ever make mistakes? Please tell me.
Oh, all the time. All the time. And in fact, when I was doing local news, and I would, you know, be sitting at the prompter, and I'd be reading, and when I would get off prompter, because the words are all there, we don't really remember any of this stuff, people. It's all written down for us. But this eyebrow would go up when I would go off teleprompter. So you see the wrinkle that's there? That's from all the mistakes I've made. That eyebrow goes up. It's completely uncontrollable.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so I make our funny little quirks.
I feel so much better now.
See, the thing is, though, the people don't know you make a mistake because you just keep talking and you talk yourself back onto the script, and no one ever knew, except the director's going, where is he going with this?
What'd she say?
He's screaming back in the control room.
So what's it like behind the scenes at Inside Edition?
You know what? It is so fast-paced. It's as fast-paced as I'm sure it is here at News 10 with, you know, there's stories coming in and people running. And if you ever saw that old movie, Broadcast News, where they're running down the hall and running into file cabinets, it's pretty much the same, except we've learned not to hit things. You know, no one's being injured in the process of it.
Good to hear.
But, you know, the stories are coming in, and, you know, like, for instance, today, there are all these new developments on the O.J. Simpson story. So we did a good part of the show yesterday on the red carpet, but to make sure that we'd be able to cover the breaking news, and we knew there'd be something with O.J., we sort of gave some generic setups, and then Paul Boyd, who does the weekend version of the show, is doing the stuff that's breaking right now, the audio tape of the break-in or the sting operation, depending on who you listen to, at the Vegas hotel, and the O.J. arrest and all that.
Now, are you ever allowed on the show to voice your own opinion, or do you have to be totally impartial?
No. Well, I sometimes will do a little ad lib at the end, and you know the eyebrow goes up, and I'm a little smirky. No, because it's not appropriate. I mean, this is a much. I would love to do this kind of format because you can express your opinion. You can say that is total baloney, and you know it, and let the person try to defend themselves.
Well, I imagine you still get emotionally attached to some of your stories.
There are some stories, I'm not kidding, that we do the show at 3 o'clock Eastern Time, and that gets fed out to all the stations, but then we do the real feed at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. And usually the 3 o'clock show, when it's a story of a child who's been molested or a missing, you know, baby or something like that, I look like this, and it's not because of allergies. I've gotten weepy during the story, and there are a few times when we just have to go to black because I'm sobbing.
It's hard not to be touched by those personal stories.
And you know, part of me, you know, the hard-bitten news person, you should not show your emotion. They're like, wait a minute, we're all humans. These are real stories about real people, and there's real people who are watching these stories. How false to not show that you are human, that you are touched by them. So I'm kind of gotten over that.
And you're a parent, and I think it's harder. I'm a parent as well, and it's hard.
How old are yours?
I have one. She's 4.
Oh.
And you have 3, right?
I have 3. I have a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 16-year-old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's...
How do you do it all?
Well, you know what? I do it all sometimes really well, but rarely do I do everything well at the same time. So I've learned to sort of prioritize. And in fact, I joke, I say my to-do list is long, and I tell myself at the beginning of the day, if I get anything done, it'll be amazing. And I sort of set myself up for absolute, you know, failure. So if I remember to get my daughter's birthday present before her birthday, if I actually got to the cupcake store before school to deliver the cupcakes, then that was a good thing. And I don't beat myself up over the stuff that doesn't get done.
Right.
Said like a real mom.
Well, you know what? Leslie Stahl, the 60 Minutes correspondent who's been doing this for so long, she said there are 2 kinds of balls that we juggle. There's the glass balls and there's the rubber balls. And don't listen, boss, but the rubber balls are the ones that have to do with work. You can drop that ball, you can catch it on the rebound. The family balls are made of glass, and you can't drop those.
Don't drop them.
Yeah.
You don't want to break that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to be chatting with you later today. You're going to be on live online.
Yeah.
And we can catch you in a new time slot, right?
Yes.
When would that be?
7:30
p.m. Right here on News 10.
Yay.
We've got a jam.
We haven't been doing this for 2 years.
Not very long, yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Nice
thank
to see you.
Well, straight ahead, help your kids stay on track by spending time with them during a meal. We'll tell you about Family Meal Day and what you can do to bring your family together.
And if you're
here.